I'm asked the question I am old enough to answer it. The name is Corey, sir. Giles Corey. I have 600 acres in timber in addition, and it is my life you are condemning now.
And how do you imagine to help a cause with such contemptuous rights? I'll be gone. Your old age alone keeps out of jail for this.
They're telling lies about my wife, sir, and I only thought you...
Decide what the court shall believe and what it shall set aside.
I mean no disrespect, Your Honor.
Disrespect, indeed. It is a disruption, mister. This is the highest court of the supreme government in this province yet. Do you know it?
I only said she was reading a book, Your Honor, and they come take her out of my house for
What books? What?
It is my third wife, Your Honor, and I've never had no wife so taken with books, do you understand? And I thought to find the cause, do you see? But it were no witch I blamed for. I broke charity with that woman. I broke charity with her.
Excellency, Your Justice, he claims hard evidence for his wife's defense.
Then let him submit his evidence and proper affidavit. You'll certainly work our procedures here, Mr. Hale.
Yes, sir.
Clear this room.
Sir, we come here 3 days now and cannot be heard.
Who is this man?
Francis Nurse, Your Excellency.
Your Honor, his wife, Rebecca Nurse, that you condemned this morning.
Indeed. I'm amazed to find you in such uproar. I've only heard good reports of character, Mr. Nurse.
I think they both should be arrested in contempt, sir.
Let you write your plea in due time.
Excellency, we have proof for your eyes. God forbid you shut them to it. The girls, sir, the girls are frauds.
What?
They're all deceiving you.
This is contempt, sir. Contempt.
Peace, Judge Hawthorne. Do you know who I am, Mr. Nurse?
Excellency, you must be a wise judge to be what you are.
And do you know that near 400 are in jails from Marblehead to Lynn, and upon my signature? And do you know 72 condemned to hang upon that very signature?
Excellency, I never thought to say it to a weighty judge, but you were deceived.
Mary Warren, what are you about here?
Would you like to speak with the deputy governor?
Did you not tell me Mary Warren was sick in bed?
She's been struggling with her soul all week, Your Honor. She come to tell the truth to you now.
Who is this man?
John Proctor. Mr. Proctor's my wife.
Beware this man, Your Excellency. This man is mischief. No. I think you must hear this girl, Excellency.
Peace! What would you tell us, Mary Warren?
She says she never saw no spirits.
Never saw no spirits.
She has signed a disposition.
No, I accept no depositions. Tell me, Mr. Proctor, have you given the story out in your village?
No, we have not.
They've come over the court, Your Honor.
I pray you, Mr. Paris. Mr. Proctor, do you know that the entire intention of the state in these trials is that the voice of heaven is speaking through children?
I know that, sir.
And you, Mary Warren, what came you to crowd people for sending their spirits against you?
We're pretense, sir.
I cannot hear you.
You say we're pretense, sir.
The other girls, Susanna Walcott and the others, they are also pretending?
I assume.
Indeed. Now, before I decide whether I shall hear you or not, it is my duty to tell you this. We burn a hot fire here, sir, and it melts down to all concealment. Are you certain in your conscience that your evidence is truth?
It is, and you surely know it.
Now, sir, I take it you've come to declare this revelation in open court before the public?
With your permission, of course.
Now, sir, what is your purpose in doing so?
Why, free my wife.
There looks nowhere in your heart, no hidden in your spirit, any desire to undermine this court?
But no, sir.
Indeed. Now, I'll tell you straight, mister. I've seen marvels in this court. I've seen people choked by spirits, slashed by daggers, and struck by pins. I've not till this very moment, not the slightest reason to suspect that children may be deceiving moi. Do you understand my meaning?
Your Excellency does not strike upon you that some of these women have with such an upright reputation and...
Do you read the gospel, Mr. Proctor?
I read the gospel.
Surely you do not. You should know that Cain ran over a man, but yet he still killed Abel.
God tells us that. Who tells us that Rebecca Nurse murdered 7 babies by sending out her spirit on them? It is the children and the children only, and this one will swear she lied to you.
Judge Hawthorne.
Aye, she's the one.
Mr. Proctor, your wife sent out a claim this morning in which she states she is pregnant now.
My wife pregnant?
There be no sign of it. We have examined her body.
Well, that woman, since she is pregnant, she must be. That woman never lied, Mr. Danforth.
She will not?
No, sir.
Mr. Proctor, if I should tell you now that I will have her be kept another month, and when she show her natural signs, you shall have her living yet another year until she is delivered, we'll say that. Come, you say your only purpose is to save your wife. Good that she's safe at least for this year. And this year is long, sir. We'll say to that. It's done now. We can drop this charge.
I cannot.
The purpose of someone watching.
He has come to overthrow the court, Your Honor.
These are my friends, sir. Why so?
I judge you not, sir. Sit down. I'm ready to hear your evidence.
I have not come to throw the court. I only...
Go into the court and get Judge Stockton and Judge School 1 hour for recess. Let them go into the tavern, and they must, but all witnesses and prisoners are to remain in the building.
Forgive me, sir. It is a witness.
I'm sure, Your Marshal. Now, what deposition do you have for us, Mr. Proctor? I beg to be clear, open as the sky, and honest.
Well, I'm no lawyer, so
The pure of heart need no lawyers. Proceed as you will.
We read this first. It's a sort of testament about people declaring a good opinion about my wife, Rebecca, and Martha Corey.
Very good opinion.
These are covenant people, land-holding farmers, and members of the church. Now, if you look here, sir, they say they've known the woman for many years and never saw them deal with the devil.
How many names are here?
91, Your Honor.
These people should be summoned for questioning, Your Honor.
These are all covenanted Christians, sir.
This is a clear attack upon the court. Is every defense an attack upon the court? Can no our ladies and Christian people are happy with the courts of Salem. They're even gloomy for it. And I'm sure you should know from each and every one of them what discontents them with you, Your Honor.
I think they have to be examined, sir. We have but brought trouble on all these people we have.
No. Have one strong for all of these. Arrest for examinations. Now, old man, you have not heard these people. They're of good conscience. But you must understand, sir, that a person is to go with this courts, but they must be counted against it. There be no road in between. This is a sharp time now, sir. A precise time. We no longer live in the dusky afternoon when evil mixed itself with good and befuddled the world. With God's grace, the sun is shining up, and those who not for the light will surely praise it. Hope you will be one of those. She's not hardy, I see.
No, she isn't. Mary, you cannot weep. Remember what the angel Tobias said to the boy Raphael. Do that which is good, and no harm shall come to thee.
Yes, sir.
Come then, we wait you.
John, my disposition. Give him mine.
This is Giles Corey's deposition.
Oh,
What lawyer drew this up, Corey?
You know I never hired a lawyer in my life, Hawthorne.
it is very well phrased. My compliments. Mr. Paris, if Mr. Putnam is in the building, bring him in.
Yes, sir.
You have no legal training, Mr. Corey?
I have the best, sir. I'm 33 times in court, and I'm always plaintiff, too.
Well, then you're much put upon.
I am never put upon. I know my rights, sir, and I will have them. You know, your father tried a case of mine. Might be 35 years ago, I think.
Indeed?
You never spoke of it to you?
No, not that I can recall.
That's strange. You were a fair judge, your father. You see, I had this white mare, and this fellow came and borrowed the mare. Well, it so happened that there he is.
Mr. Putnam, I have here a deposition by Mr. Corey against you. He states that you coldly prompted your daughter to apply witchery upon George Jacobs that now sits in jail. What say you to that?
It is a lie.
Mr. Putnam said your charge is a lie. What say you to that?
A fart on Thomas Putnam is what I say to that.
Now, sir, what proof do you submit for your charge?
My proof is there. If Jacob hangs for a witch, he forfeits his property. That's law. There's none to buy such a great piece but Putnam. This man is killing his neighbors for their land.
But proof, sir.
Proof. My proof is there. I have it from an honest man who heard him say the day his daughter cried out of Jacobs, and I shall give him a fair gift of the land.
In the name of this man?
Why, what name?
The man who gave you this information.
Why, I cannot give you no name.
And why not?
You know well why not. He'll lay in jail if I give his name.
This is contempt of the court, Mr. Danforth.
You will surely give us his name.
I've mentioned my wife's name once already. You know, burned in hell long enough for that.
In that case, I have no other choice but to arrest you for contempt of this court. Do you know it?
This is a hearing. You cannot clap me for contempt of a hearing.
Oh, it is a proper lawyer. Do you wish me to declare this court in full session here, or will you give me a good reply?
I cannot give you no name, sir. I stand mute.
You are a foolish old man. Mr. Cheever, begin the record. This court is now in session.
He does have the story in confidence.
The devil is on such confidences. Without his confidences, there could be no conspiracy, Your Honor.
your informant speaks true, then let him come here openly, like a decent man. But if he hides in anonymity, then I must know why. Now, sir, the church and the central government demand the name of whom reported Thomas Putnam a common murderer.
Excellency, we cannot blink it no more. There's prodigious fear of this court in the country.
There's a prodigious guilt in this country. Are you afraid of being questioned here?
No, I may only fear the Lord, but there's still fear of this court in the country nevertheless.
Reproach me not with fear in this court. There's fear in this country because there is a moving plot to topple Christ in this country.
But it does not follow that everyone accused is part of it.
No uncorrupted man may fear this court. None. Mr. Corey, you are under arrest for contempt of this court. I bid you now take counsel with yourself, or you will sit in jail until you decide to answer all questions.
Say nothing more, John! He's only playing me! He needs to hang us all!
Just hang us all, I'm knowing that! Sorry, sir, for his old age. You cannot leave, Mary. Remember where the angel sends the boy home to? There is your rock. This is Mary Warner's deposition. Now, I'd ask you, sir, remember, she was no different than the other girls. She screamed. She howled. She swore that familiar spirits have choked her. She would testify that Satan, the former woman, now
We know
in jail-
all this.
But now she says she never saw Satan, nor any spirit, big or clear. She covers her friends are lying now.
Excellency,
Mr. Hale?
a claim so weighty cannot be argued by a farmer. I pray you, let him bring a proper lawyer.
Now look you, Mr. Hale!
Now look, you! Excellency, I have signed away 72 death warrants. I am a minister of the Lord. I dare not take a life until there be proof so immaculate. No slightest crumb of my conscience may doubt it.
You surely do not doubt my justice, Mr. Hale.
Excellency, I have sent away the soul of Rebecca, nurse. Your Honor, I'll tell you true. My hand shakes, is yet with a wound. Now, I pray, this argument let lawyers present to you.
Believe me, Mr. Hale, for a man of such terrible learning, you are most bewildered. Hope you will forgive me. But I've been 32 years at the bar, sir, and I am confounded when I'm called upon to defend these people. Now listen up, and I bid you all do likewise. In an ordinary crime, how does one defend the accused? One calls upon his witnesses to prove his innocence, but witchcraft, it's ipso facto, on its face, by its nature, an invisible crime. Therefore, who may possibly be witness to it? The witch and the victim, none other. Now, we cannot sit by and hope that the witch will simply accuse herself. Granted, we must rely on our victims, and they do testify. These children certainly do testify. As for the witches, none will deny that we are most eager for their confessions. Therefore, what is left for a lawyer to bring out? I think I've made my point here, have I not?
But he claims the girls were not truthful, and if they are not...
That is precisely what I'm about to consider, sir. What more may you ask me unless you do doubt my probity?
I surely do not. But you consider it,
Then let you put your heart to rest. Her deposition, Mr. Proctor.
I should like to question
Mr. Paris, I bid you be silent! You sit down. Mr. Cheever, bring the girls in. What came to this turnabout, Mary? Has Mr. Proctor threatened you for your deposition?
No, sir.
Has he ever threatened you?
No, sir.
Has he threatened you?
No, sir.
Then you tell me you sat in my court callously lying when you knew that people would hang by your evidence?
I did, sir.
How were you instructed in your life, Mary? Do you know that God damns all lies, or is it now that you lie?
No, I cannot lie no more. I'm with God now.
You're with God now.
I, sir. With God.
This will be sufficient. Sit you down, children. Children, I have here a deposition by Mary Warren in which she states she never saw familiar spirits, apparitions, or any manifest of the devil. She claims as well that none of you have seen these things either. Now, children, this is a court of law. The law based upon the Bible. The Bible, written by Almighty God, forbid the practice of witchcraft and describe death as a penalty thereof. Now, it does not escape me that this deposition may be devised to blind us. It may be that Mary Warren has been sent by Satan, who sends her here to distract us from our sacred purpose. If so, her neck will break for it. Now, I ask that you all drop your pretenses and confess, for a quick confession will go easier with you. Abigail Williams, rise. Is there any truth in this?
No, sir.
Children, a very argument will be turned into your souls until your honesty is proved. Now, will any of you change your positions now, or do you force me to hard questioning?
I have not to change, sir. She lies.
You will still go on with this?
Hi, sir.
A puppet was discovered in Mr. Proctor's house. Mary Warren claims that she made it in court, and you sat beside her in court when she made it, and that you yourself witnessed how she struck her needle in for safekeeping.
It is a lie, sir.
While you worked for Mr. Proctor, did you see any puppets in the house?
Goody Proctor always kept puppets.
Mr. Cheever?
When I was at Goody Proctor's house and I was speaking with her, she said she hasn't kept those puppets since she was a child.
She has not been a child these past 15 years, Your Honor.
But a puppet will keep 15 years, will it not?
They will keep it as kept, but no one's ever saw no puppets in my house.
How could there not be any puppets hidden when no one ever see them?
There also might be 2 candlesticks upon the altar in my house. No one's ever saw them.
We are here, Your Honor. Precisely this room, no one's ever seen.
How may she turn herself about? What may she gain but hard questioning or worse?
You are charging Abigail Williams with a marvelous, cruel plot to murder?
I believe she does mean to murder, Your Honor.
This child would murder
She's
your...
not a child! Listen here. You're twice this year. Put out this congregational house during lecture, during prayer.
What's this laughter? Do you deny it, Mr. Paris?
I do believe it has happened once, Your Honor, but she is sometimes silly, but she is someone now.
Surely it have no bearing on the question. He charges her with contemplation of murder.
Aye, but it strikes hard upon me, this laughter during prayer. Continue, Mr. Proctor.
Mary, tell the governor how you danced in the woods.
Your Honor says I can say
In a moment,
this man
sir.
piping my name.
In a moment, sir. What is this dancing?
Mr. Proctor.
Abigail leads the girls into the woods and dances their naked.
Your Honor, this...
Hey, Mr. Paris is going to dead of night. There's the child, she is.
Abigail?
Abigail, tell him.
No, sir.
But I can only say, sir, that I observed them dancing, but none of them were naked.
But you have seen them dance.
Aye, sir. Can I question, Your Honor?
No.
Permit me.
Pray.
So, Mary Warren, you say you were never afflicted or threatened by any manifest of the devil or the devil's agents.
No, sir.
But when someone accused of witchery would confront you in the court, you'd grow cold and faint, saying their spirits came out of their bodies and choked you.
Pretense, sir.
I cannot hear you.
Pretense, sir.
But you have to, would you not? I myself picked you up in court so many times, and you're scared when I see. Your Honor, if this...
I saw that many times.
They're all marvelous pretenders, only pretend to faint.
Then can they pretend now?
Now,
Why not now? So let herself turn icy, let herself be attacked by spirits, and let her faint. Faint!
Faint?
I faint. Proved as I can faint in court so many times.
I cannot faint now, sir.
Then confess yourself, will you not? Attacking spirits made you faint?
No, sir.
Might it be that there are no afflicting spirits present, but in the court that there were some?
I never saw no spirits.
Then see no spirits now, and proved as you can faint on your own will.
I cannot do it, sir.
Your Honor, this is a trick to blind the court.
This is no trick. I used to faint because I thought I saw spirits.
Thought? You saw them?
But I did not.
How can you think you saw them unless you saw
I
them?
cannot tell it, sir. The other girls, they were screaming. You Your Honor, you seem to believe them, and it were only sport in the beginning, but then the whole world started screaming, spirits, spirits. Promise me, Master Campbell. I thought I saw them, I did not.
Surely, Your Excellencies, I take my this simple lie.
Abigail Williams, I bid you now search your hearts and drop your guile. To God, child, every soul is precious, and its vengeance is terrible on those who take life without cause. Is it possible, child, that the spirits you have seen are illusion only, some deception you've conjured in your mind?
Why this is a base question, sir.
Child, I would have you consider it.
I haven't hurt Mr. Danforth. I have seen my blood running out. And I have been here to murder almost every day because I've done my duty pointing out the devil's people. And this is my reward? To be mistrusted? Denied? Treated like...
Child, I do not mistrust you.
But you beware, Mr. Danforth. Think you to be so mighty that the power of hell may not turn your wits? Beware of it. There is...
What is it, child?
I know not. A cold wind has come. Abby! Your Honor, I freeze.
Touch her, Your Honor. She's cold.
Mary, have you seen your shadow on me?
Lord, save me.
I freeze. I freeze.
Abby, you mustn't.
Mary, do you send your spirit out?
You goddamn whore! Man, what do you have to hold?
Now here.
Mark her now. She'll suck us straight aside of you.
Man, you approve this. This will not
I
pass.
have no one, sir. I have no one.
You are a lecher?
She'll try tonight. But you know, sir, I may will not cast away his good name.
In what time? In what place?
In the proper place. Where my beasts were bedded. 8 months now, sir. 8 months. She's to serve me in my house. And men may think God sleeps. God, he sees everything. I know it now, sir. Your Excellency, please. My wife, my dear good wife, soon took the skull after and put her on the high road. And being what she is, a love offending. Your Excellency, forgive me. She thinks it dead to me. On my wife's grave, and while she might, God help me, I lusted. And there's a promise, it's such sweet. But it is a whore's vengeance, and you must see it now. I put my hands entirely in your life. You must see it. My wife is innocent. Except she knows a whore when she sees one.
You will deny every scrap tittle of this?
If I must answer that, sir, I will leave and I will not come back again.
She does not deny it. She doesn't deny it, Mr. Danforth.
Child, sit you down! Mr. Paris, go into the court and bring Goodwife Proctor out. Now, Mr. Paris, tell her not one word as what has been spoken here, and knock before you enter. Now, you shall reach the bottom of the swamp. Your wife, you say is an honest woman?
In her life, sir, she has never lied. There are them that cannot sing, and them that cannot read. My wife, she cannot lie.
And when she put this girl out of her house, she put her out for a harlot?
Aye, sir.
And she knew her for a harlot?
She knew her for a harlot.
Good then. And if she tell me it were for harlotry, child, God spread his mercy on you. Hold! Abigail, turn your back. You do likewise, Mr. Proctor. Now let neither of you face Goodwife Proctor, nor anyone in this room is to raise one gesture, aye or nay. Enter! Goody Proctor, come in, woman, come. You look at me only, not at your husband, and to my eyes only.
Good, sir.
We are given to understand that at one point you dismissed your servant, Abigail Williams.
That is true, sir.
Why did you dismiss her? Woman! The answer is in your memory, and you need no assistance to give it to me. Why did you dismiss Abigail Williams?
She dissatisfied me and my husband.
In what way did she dissatisfy you?
She were
Woman! Was she slovenly, lazy? What disturbance did she cause?
Your Honor, in that time I was sick, and my husband is a good and righteous man. He is never drunk as some are, nor wasting his time at the shovelboard, but always at his work. But in my sickness, you see, sir, I were a long time sick after my last baby, and I thought I saw my husband somewhat turning from me, and this girl...
Look at me!
I, Sir Abigail Williams.
What of Abigail Williams?
I came to think he fancied her, and so one night I lost my wits, I think, and put her out on the high road.
And your husband, did he indeed turn from you?
My husband is a goodly man, sir.
Then he did not turn from you.
He...
Woman! To your knowledge, has John Proctor ever committed the crime of lechery? Answer me! Is your husband a lecher?
No, sir.
Remove her!
No, listen, tell the truth.
She has spoken, remove her!
Listen, if I confess this...
Oh, John!
No, please, you'll why'd you say my name?
No, Excellency, it's a natural right to tell. I beg you, stop now, for that it was condemned. I may shut my conscience to it no more. This man is true. For my oath to heaven, I believe him. And I pray you call back his wife before we...
She spoke nothing of lechery, and this man mocked.
I believe him. I may turn my face from it no more. This girl has struck me false. She...
Be gone! Be gone! Be gone, I say!
What's their child? Girls, why are you?
Tell the being behind the raft.
Where?
Why? Why do you come, yellow bird?
Bird? What bird, Mr. Hell? Do you see a bird? Be quiet.
My face? Oh, my face? But you can no longer tear my face. God made my face. Envy is a deadly sin, Mary. Abby!
Mary Warren, draw back your spirit out of them.
Abby, I'm here. I'm here. Abby, you mustn't. Abby, you mustn't.
Why can they only repeat you?
Give me your wet bowel, stop it.
She sees nothing.
She sees nothing.
You made combat with Lucifer, have you not?
No, never.
You've combat with the devil, have you?
Abby, you stop it.
Abby, stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it.
A little while ago, you were being afflicted. Now see if you afflict others. Where have you found this power?
I have no power.
Mary, goddamn's all liars, Mary.
Mary, you must open with me.
Mary, goddamn's all liars.
What say you? Will you open with me?
Remember what the angel said to the boy, hold to it, and all...
The wind! Her wings are spinning! She's going to come down. She's walking to me. She's coming down. Look out!
Mary, tell her.
Don't touch me!
Mary.
You are the devil's man.
Oh, praise God!
He bid you do the devil's work.
I'm not hanging with you no more. I love God. Praise God. He'd come by me every night. Sign.
Sign what?
The devil's book! He come with the book, I say!
My name. You want my name? I'll murder you. He says my face. We must go through the court, he says.
Mr. Hell.
He'd come by me every night. His eyes were like coals, and his fingers claw my neck, and I sighed.
Excellency, the child's gone wild!
No! I call you away no more. I love God. Praise God. Abby, I'm sorry. I'll never hurt you again. I love God.
What are you? You're combined with the Antichrist, are you not? You not deny this, mister. I've seen your power. What say you?
I say, God is dead.
Hear it!
I see a fire. I hear the brood of Lucifer. I see his filthy face. It is my face, and your face take forth. And he quails to bring men out ignorance, as you have called for, when you know in all your blindness hearts that this be fraud. Now God damn your kind especially. And we will burn. We will burn together.
Marshal, take this man and Mr. Corey to jail.
This is not witchcraft! The girls are fraud, and you did an honest maid! You know what? I denounce these proceedings! I quit this court!
Mr. Hale! Mr. Hale!
You are driving down heaven and raising up a whole